Hello, driving intelligence community. I'm about to do a video that's very important to me for many reasons. Number one, it's a safety issue. It has to do with the brakes. Number two, this one was on resolving an issue with squishy brake pedal on a vehicle of one of my followers who's also a good friend. If you had looked at some of my other videos, I've done several projects on his car. About a week ago, I replaced his brake pads on the front, and when I tested the brake pedal feel, it was horrible, squishy, just not the way it should be. It should be firm. When I did an inspection of the brake fluid in the master cylinder, it's filthy, dark, it should be clear. So this indicates that the vehicle is past due for flushing of the brake fluid or brake bleeding. This is really important. You can get rust, moisture, and degradation of the brake components if you leave old brake fluid in there, which can cause a failure of the brake system. You want to make sure that you always have strong brake pedal feel, and so you should follow your manufacturer's recommended interval for bleeding the brakes. It's absolutely imperative to your safety, the safety of your occupants in your vehicle, and the safety of others driving on the road. So follow along. I'm resolving a brake pedal feel issue. I'm not taking you through all the details of bleeding brakes. Every car is a little different, but they're generally very similar. Follow along. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And thanks for watching.
Brake pedals should be very firm. They shouldn't have a lot of give. I have the engine running, so I've got vacuum assist on the brake booster, but I just don't feel like this is giving me the firm pedal feel that it should be. It's very unusual. It feels like I could keep pushing this down to the floor. So I'm either thinking there's moisture in the system or air. I'm gonna bleed these brakes down to see if that gets rid of the squishy feeling. Over 100,000 miles on this vehicle, so it's time. There's a little cap that goes on this. I've already taken it off. It's a rubber cap, and I'm going to connect the hose. I think there's so many videos out there on brake bleeding, and you can always ask me in the comment section how this is done, but basically I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to put a hose on here, a piece of vacuum hose. I'm going to have the owner sit in the vehicle and compress the brake when I open this up to push the fluid out of the brake system and get some fresh fluid in there and see if that can't resolve the problem. So this fluid is filthy. I guess that's maybe some rust or dirt, and there's probably some water in that. So this is definitely something that needed to be done. I can honestly say this is the dirtiest brake fluid I've ever seen. So I've used over 2 large containers to flush this. It's still not completely clear, but it doesn't have the same dirty quality that it had before. So I told the owner in about another 15,000 we'll bleed this down again, and that should take care of it. After bleeding the brakes, there is extremely firm pedal without the engine running. So this is excellent news. Obviously there was water in the system, filth, and we have clean fluid, so the brakes are safe now.